Hi, yep, this is a video about the record of all the former F1 drivers, their racing record and their active years in F1. So now it's with Massa. Okay, Felipe Massa. Felipe Massa is a Brazilian driver. He used to drive in F1. He started his career in motorsports at the age of 8 years old. Okay, in the national and regional championships in Brazil for 7 years. That is around how old was he? If it was 7 years, it was it can't be 18. It's I think 16. I think. Wait. Yeah, somewhere around there, 15, 16 years old. So he moved to Formula Chevrolet and claimed the championship. Then he moved to the Italian Renault series in 2000. He won the title. Then he also won the European Championship and entered Euro Formula 3000, taking the championship in 01. Then he started his F1 career with Sauber, the team that Raikkonen actually started in 01. That Raikkonen made his F1 debut in 01. He made his debut in 03. He returned to Sauber in 04 and 05 before rejoining Ferrari, where he won 2 races in 06, including his first Brazilian Grand Prix since he won the Brazilian Grand Prix since Ayrton Senna won it way back. So he finished in 4th place in the Drivers' Championship in 07, and he was runners up in 08. Hamilton finished in the top 5 to snatch the title away from him. He had a horrific crash when a piece of suspension from Barrichello's prawn hit his actually went through his helmet and fractured his skull. I was stand up 5. I think I watched the race. So he returned back in 2010. He suffered a dip in his racing performance, and he did not score points throughout the season, but no podiums, but consistently in the points for that season. He contributed to the Constructors' Championship in 07 and 08. So he's now 37 years old. He's born in Sao Paulo, same like Senna. I think Senna was born in Sao Paulo, right? So his F1 career was in 02. Then he stopped for a season, I think. Then 04 to 2017, 3 teams, as you guys know. His last team was Williams, and he made his racing debut with Sauber. He almost won the championship in 08 with Ferrari. So however, he abruptly retired out of the sport in 2016. However, the abrupt retirement of the 2016 world champion Nico Rosberg from Mercedes precipitated in a late move for Bottas from Williams to Mercedes, leaving a late vacancy at Williams. Massa subsequently postponed his retirement, returning to Williams to partner rookie Lance Stroll for 2017. Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, he retired at the end of last year. So yeah, his he races with number 19. He has 272 entries. Yeah, he missed a few races after that horrific qualifying season in 09, but he has 290 starts, 11 wins, 41 podiums, 1167 points. Back in his early days, the point system were a bit different, so I'm not sure about that. He has 16 pole positions. He has 15 fastest lap. Okay. His first win was in the Turkish Grand Prix in 06. His first entry was in the Australian Grand Prix, as everyone knows. So Brazilian Grand Prix was his last win in 08. His last entry was Abu Dhabi in 2017. His final position before he permanently retired in the sport was 2017. 11th place in the Drivers' Championship with 53 points. But he is back in motor racing, but in Formula E with Toto Wolff's wife's team, Venturi's Formula E team. Okay. Okay, so blah 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 blah. Nothing much there. Okay, 04. He rejoined Sauber in 04. He scored 12 out of Sauber's 34 points that season, being a 4th place. His best finish in a Sauber was a 4th place in Belgium in 04. Giancarlo Fisichella scored the other 22 points, remained in Sauber for one more year, Massa. Then he joined Ferrari in 06. He qualified second in Bahrain. He was in the top 5 in Malaysia that year, beating Schumacher, who had started from 14 in Bahrain. However, both Saturday practice and the race, Massa resumed tendency to spin, narrowly missing Alonso, eventually the race winner at the Australian Grand Prix. He crashed his Ferrari in qualifying, then collided with Klein and Rosberg in the first corner of the race that year in Australia. Okay, I am not reading throughout. Okay, his first win was at an anti-clockwise circuit, and he's the master of anti-clockwise circuit, Felipe Massa. So yeah, so nothing much here. He was Raikkonen's teammate in 07. Yep, and yeah, until 09. Then he was a teammate to Alonso in 2010. Blah blah blah. Wait. Then he became teammate to Valtteri Bottas from 2014 to 2016. Then he became teammates with Stroll in 2017 only. So nothing much here. Right. 2013 his last win was in 08, so yeah. In Belgium, he looked to be hitting for his first pole position since 08, the Brazilian Grand Prix, when he set the first beginning of Q3. Nothing much for Massa, and that's all to end this. He took his first podium that year in Australia in 2015 with Williams. Did he take any podium finishes with Williams the year before that in 2014? Doesn't state anything. Okay. Oh yeah, he took his second podium for Williams in the Brazilian Grand Prix. So he had another podium in 2014. So where was that race? I think in the Italian Grand Prix of that year. Yes. Then in the Brazilian Grand Prix in 2014, he took his first podium of 2015 in Australia. Hungary. Okay. In Singapore, did he get? He had a slow stop in Singapore. He retired on lap 30 with a gearbox problem in the Singapore Grand Prix. Japan, nothing to hinder. Russian, nothing. Well qualified in a solid 6th place in Australia. Nothing much, because Massa is not often finishes in the points, but he rarely collects podiums, unlike Raikkonen. I'm not saying that Massa is not good, he's a good driver, but after what happened to him in the Hungarian Grand Prix in 09, his F1 career just went off in such a dramatic way. Nothing much to say. Okay, 2017. Okay, Bottas signed with Mercedes. Okay, qualified 7th and finished 6th in the Australian Grand Prix in China. He struggled with he finished out of the points in China in 2017. Nothing much. Formula E. For the Venturi Grand Prix team, 3 years for starting in starting from this season. Okay, his racing record in F1. Oh, he is involved in stock car racing. Okay. He does not have a record. Okay. Okay, he does not have a career summary. He does not have a championship summary. World championship summary he doesn't have, because he has not won a championship. Does he have a career summary? Yeah, he has. Helmet, reference, nothing. Wait, he does not have a championship summary, right? Career summary, yes. Racing record. Nothing, because he has not won. In his F1 career, how many pole positions he has? 6 wins in 08, 3 wins in 07, 6 poles in 08. There's a test driver for Scuderia in 03. Yeah, he had 6 pole positions, 6 wins, 2 fastest lap. How many podiums in 08? 10. 10 podiums in 07, 08, 7 podiums in 06, 05, nothing. She finished, finished third in the championship standings, behind Michael and Alonso in 06. Then he finished fourth behind the 2 McLaren drivers and his teammate in the drivers championship in 07. He finished runners up in 08. Then he just dropped way behind in 2010 after what happened in the Hungarian Grand Prix. After that, consistently was in the top 10 up until 2016 and 2011, 2016 and 2017, where he finished 11th in the drivers championship. So yeah, so throughout his career, back in 06, 07, 08, 09, the point systems were a bit different. So yeah, because drivers up until 2010, only the top 8 drivers who finish will get points, but from 2010 onwards, all the top 10 drivers will get points. From 1st to 10th will get points. So yeah, so that's what. Okay, his points difference from 08 and 2010 is huge. At the end of the season, he finished with 97 points, runners up in 08, but in 2010 with 144 points, he actually finished 16th in the standings. See, that's how big the points difference is. Yeah, that's how big the points difference is. Yeah, So is yeah, before F1 totally changed their point system to 25 points for a race winner, and 1 point for whoever finishes in 10th place. Only the top 8 could score points. So 5th place back in 08 received 10 points. Yes, 10 points. So imagine that 08 now 10 points is the nowadays if you finish 5th you will get 10 points. If you finish 10 you will get a single point. But you see the points structuring from 2008 and 2009 to 2010. Very big difference. Very big difference. You have to get above 40 points just to be in the top 5 of the Drivers' Championship. But in 2010 onwards, if you collect less than 150 points, you are if you collect around 150 points, you are actually well in top 6. Yeah, well in top 6. Or to make it even better, yeah, you are well into the top 6 and you have a comfortable points tally. So yeah. So yeah, that's the end.